Hello, little dreamers, and welcome to our story time. Snuggle up tight in your beds, close your eyes, and let's go on a wonderful adventure together. Once upon a time, in a cozy little cottage nestled at the edge of the Whispering Woods, lived three best friends. Lilly, a brave little girl with hair the color of sunshine. I love her. A clever boy who always carried a book of maps. And Poppy, a fluffy white bunny with the twitchiest nose you ever did see. One evening, as the sun painted the sky in shades of orange and pink, a tiny, shimmering star fell from the sky and landed gently in their garden. It wasn't a normal star. It pulsed with a soft, silvery light and hummed a gentle tune. "Wow," whispered Lilly, her eyes wide with wonder. "A fallen star." Oliver pulled out his map of the constellations. "This isn't on any of my charts," he said, puzzled. "It must be a special kind of star." Poppy hopped closer, her nose twitching with curiosity. The little star seemed to hum a melody that only she could understand. It was a song of sadness. The little star was lost and wanted to go home. "We have to help it," Lilly declared, her heart full of kindness. "But how?" asked Oliver, looking up at the millions of other stars twinkling far, far away. "The sky is so big." Poppy nudged a small woven basket with her nose. The plan was clear. They would carry the little star to the highest point in the Whispering Woods, the peak of Moonbeam Mountain, so it could find its way back to its family in the night sky. So their adventure began. With Lilly leading the way, Oliver navigating with his maps, and Poppy carefully carrying the basket with the glowing star, they stepped into the Whispering Woods. The woods were usually a bit spooky at night, but tonight, the little star's gentle light illuminated their path, making everything look magical. The trees seemed to lean in and whisper words of encouragement. "Go on," they rustled. "Be brave." They met a wise old owl named Hoot, perched on a branch. Who are you, little ones?" he asked, his big eyes blinking slowly. "We're taking this lost star back to the sky," Oliver explained, pointing to the glowing basket. The owl hooted thoughtfully. "Moonbeam Mountain is far," he said. "You will need to cross the Giggling Brook. Be warned, it loves to play tricks." Thanking the owl, they continued their journey. Soon they heard the sound of bubbling water and cheerful laughter. It was the Giggling Brook. The water swirled and danced, and the stepping stones kept disappearing and reappearing. "It's a puzzle." Lilly giggled. She watched the pattern for a moment. "Look." The stones appear in a rhythm. 1, 2, 3. Jump. Following her lead, they hopped from stone to stone, laughing as the brook splashed playfully at their feet. They made it to the other side, their spirits high. Poppy held the basket tightly, ensuring the little star was safe and sound. The star hummed a happy tune now, its light growing a little brighter. As they ventured deeper, they came to a field of sleepy flowers called dream petals. The flowers yawned, releasing a sweet, sparkly pollen that made anyone who breathed it in feel very, very sleepy. "Oh," yawned Oliver, his eyelids feeling heavy. I think I need a nap." Lilly felt sleepy too, but she knew they had to keep going. Poppy, with her quick bunny thinking, had an idea. She started wiggling her ears and twitching her nose in a funny dance. It was so silly that Lily and Oliver couldn't help but laugh. Their laughter blew the sleepy pollen away and woke them right up. "Good thinking, Poppy." Lily cheered, giving the fluffy bunny a grateful hug. With renewed energy, they finally reached the base of Moonbeam Mountain. It looked so tall, its peak almost touching the stars. The path was steep and rocky, but they were determined. They helped each other, with Oliver finding the safest footholds and Lily offering a hand to pull him up. Poppy, nimble and quick, hopped ahead, her little cottontail bobbing like a beacon. As they climbed higher and higher, the air grew cooler and the world below became a patchwork of dark forests and sleepy fields. The little star in the basket began to pulse with excitement, its light shining like a tiny lighthouse beacon. It could feel its home getting closer. Finally, they reached the very top of Moonbeam Mountain. The sky was a vast velvet blanket, glittering with countless stars. It felt like they could reach out and touch them. Lily gently lifted the little star from its basket. "It's time to go home," she whispered softly. They held the star up towards the sky. In response, a beautiful, shimmering ribbon of starlight, like a celestial slide, descended from a bright cluster of stars above. The little star hummed a joyful, thankful melody. It gave one last warm pulse of light, as if giving each of them a tiny hug, and then it zipped up the ribbon of light. Whoosh! They watched as it rejoined its family in the sky, twinkling brighter than all the rest. It blinked once, twice, 3 times a special thank you just for them. Lily, Oliver, and Poppy sat on the mountaintop for a moment, watching the stars. They were tired, but their hearts were full of happiness. They had been brave, clever, and kind, and they had helped a friend in need. As they made their way back down the mountain, the whispering woods seemed to sing them a lullaby. The giggling brook bubbled a soft goodnight, and the dream petals waved their sleepy heads. When they arrived back at their cozy cottage, they were ready for bed. They climbed under their warm blankets with Poppy snuggled between them. As they closed their eyes, they could still see the little star twinkling at them from the sky, a reminder of their magical adventure. And so, Lily, Oliver, and Poppy drifted off to sleep, their dreams filled with shimmering stars, whispering trees, and the sweet satisfaction of a good deed done. Good night, little dreamers. May your own dreams be just as magical and bright. Sleep well.